You use some cells to build formula in Excel. In order to make it easy and neat, you name them, use them, find and modify them, and if required, even delete them. All this happens in Name Manager. Let us see. Hi, in this video, we are going to look at defined names. This defined name comes under menu formulas. Okay, so here is formulas, and here is the ribbon portion which is titled defined names. Okay, under defined names, as you can see, there is one name manager, one define name, and create from selection. Okay, so what is a name manager? The name manager lists all the names used in this workbook. It also gives their existing values and the cell or range reference. Okay. It also allows us to create a new name, edit it, and deleting of some of the existing names. Define name, this is a simple one here. Directly within the name manager define name item, you can create a name for a cell or a range. And create for selection is a quick way to give the names which are already the titles of the respective columns or rows. Okay, let's practically see it. It's pretty simple. So here on this sheet, we can see a table which is giving us operations data. It is giving us operations data in different hospitals, right? So we have date, specialist, and hospital name, the number of operations performed, and revenue in lakhs. Now, if we wish to summarize this data, surely you'd be using some formulas which we have learned earlier. Now, in those formulas, instead of giving the cell range or defining some columns or defining some particular cell by using his address how Excel gives like B1 or C2 to C15 and so on, we could give names to it. Let us first take a look at the sheet. Uh, this is the sheet we have already seen, but name of the table here mentioned is ops data. Which is the table? Obviously operations table. Name of the column is given as revenue, which is the column which is highlighted over here. So this column should be named as revenue. And now also the third exercise would be name of first four columns by creating from selection. That means these are the first four columns of the table. We would like to name them each column by their respective heading. Like first column of the table is date, so we would like to name it as date, and then likewise specialist, hospital, and number of operations. Okay, also later on we'll take a look at how to give a name to a cell. This is a cell which indicates discount as 20%. Okay, we would like to name it. Okay, presently what is the name? It is the Excel name, which is, you can see in Excel box, it is I11. Okay, let's start doing the exercise one by one. I'm going to select the table first, click anywhere in the table, and Control plus A selects the full table. Okay, now we want to name them. Okay, firstly let us see if there is anything given there or not. Okay, so as you can see in the name box, nothing is indicated, right? Okay, let me just get out and click on formulas and name manager. So let me explain this window to you before we do anything. In this name manager, we have one tab for new where we can create a new name. Then there is one for edit. Presently, it's not highlighted because there is nothing here to edit. And then obviously delete is also not highlighted because there is nothing here to delete. In short, in this workbook, we have not named anything so far. Let us begin by one, right? So I'll close this and now our exercise would be to name this particular table as ops data table. So I will come into the table again and control plus A would select the full table, correct? Right? So, and we would like to give a name to this particular table. How do we do it? I earlier explained. So this is the entire range. What is the range? The entire table itself is a range, and we want to give, what name do we want to give? Ops data. So I'm just typing OPSDAT, right? Ops data, and press enter. All right. So, and we go out. Now this time, let's once again select the table, and now it is showing ops data. It means it has been named as ops data. Shall we check it again in name manager? Earlier there was nothing in it, and now you can see here clearly. Okay, you can see here clearly. Okay, they are little small letters, but I'm going to read out. It says the name is ops data. Then it says the value. Okay, now value, since this is the entire table, it is just going to list out various values. So there is no point in saying it. It's not one particular value. Then this refers to, okay, this refers to, what does it say? It refers to, let me expand it a bit. It refers to name manager exclamation B3 to F23. So B3 to F23, that means top left and bottom right corner. That is what it defines the table. Notice $B $3 and $F $23. That means it's an absolute reference. So in short, the table from right from top left to the bottom right, the entire table has been named as ops data, and as you can see in the name manager. Now you can see this edit and delete buttons have got highlighted. So you can pretty much, if I click on this, this name will be deleted. If I edit it, maybe I can change the name, or I can even change the range in case some more data have been entered in this table and we want to extend it, so we can change it, right? All right, well, we are not doing it just now. In any case, at the bottom here you can see it more clearly, just like what you see in the highlighted portion. This refers to, this ops data name refers to, it says equal to name manager exclamation. What is the meaning of name manager exclamation? It means it belongs to the sheet name manager of this particular workbook. Can you see, this is the name manager, is the name of the sheet. On that sheet from B3 to F23 is this table. All right, we'll close this and move on to the next. Now we want to name a column. We want to name a column as revenue, correct? So I'm going to select this full column. This is the column. What is expected is we would like to name this entire column. So I have selected it this way. All right. So the full column has been selected in this manner, right? And what name would you like to give? We would like to give the name as a revenue. So after selecting a column, that means it is a range of cells. I had said that you could name a cell or a range of cells, which could be a column or which could be a table also, right? So anyway, here I'm going to type revenue. Okay. So this is the name given to it, and that is revenue. Okay, let us see if we could do more. Okay, now there is one more tab here which says create from selection. Okay, create from selection means, as I had told, it is a quick way of naming. Okay, we want to, here we have selected one particular column. Okay, here we have selected one particular column and named it as revenue. Supposing we want to do the same job for 4 columns, or if we wanted to do the job for all 5 columns of the table, we could pretty much do quickly by using create from selection, right? So I'm going to select these particular things now. Okay, so see the selection. I have selected 1 2 3 4, 4 column, all data I have selected, right? And now I click on create from selection. Now it says create names from the values in the top row or left column. Okay, we don't want left column, otherwise it would start naming them as 1st Jan, 4th Jan, 13th Jan. We don't want that. We want the top row. So we will remove this left column, and so create names from values in the top row. That's it. And we will just click OK. Fine. Pretty easy, isn't it? Instead of doing one by one, if you have a big table having say 15 or 20 columns, and if you want to give names to them, and logically all columns would be given the name of the column heading, right? Let's go and see in the name manager if it has appeared there or not. And there it is. You can see here date is the name given to the first column, and then you can see hospital, and you can see number of ops, and you can see ops data. What is ops data? Ops data is the name of the entire table, and then you can see revenue, which we had named earlier, and we can see specialist. So all the things have been named, okay, and they are indicating respective ranges. Okay, for example, this date is from B4 to B23. If you go to hospital, it is from D4 to D23. Likewise, pretty simple, isn't it? All right, so that leaves with naming of one particular cell. We have seen it earlier. In case you have not seen the video on cell references, uh, please go ahead and say it so that you'll understand better how cell references are used in formula. But when you are naming a particular cell or a range, that name becomes an absolute reference, okay, and it's easy to use in formulas. Okay, so what is left now is giving a name to one particular cell. This is the cell where discount value is given. Presently it's 20%. We just want to name it as DIS, so I'll go ahead here and just type DIS and enter. Right, so I'll come out and you could see it. Once I click on this, the name given is DIS, right? Let us cross check from name manager whether it has appeared or not. All right, so here we are in the name manager, okay, and you can see DIS has appeared here for that particular cell. It's indicating the value as 0.2. Okay, all right, let us see if we can do any change in it so that you see the other tabs also. Edit. So I have selected this uh, DIS. Now I can edit it. Okay, so once we are editing, it is saying edit the name. So I'm going to call it DISCOUNT. Okay, so I'm going to call it discount. Okay, and let me keep the same range, whatever it was earlier given. I have simply changed the name. However, if you wish to change the cell, you can change the cell also. But here we are not doing, we are simply changing the name to make it uh, easier to understand. DIS, people may not understand what it is. So now we are making it discount. Just click OK. And it has been named, as you can see, as discount. Okay. All right. Now, so this is what we have seen. Let us see if we can extend the range. Okay, so now let us go and see the table, which is the table ops data. Okay, ops data table, and I'm going to come to edit. So now I don't want to change the name, it is ops data only, but the table has extended. Table has extended. For example, as you can see, the last row here is 23, correct? Because it is starting from B3 to F23. Okay. I would like to change it because some more rows are got added. Let's say 10 more rows are going to be added in it. So instead of 23, I could pretty much come over here. Okay. And I'm going to delete it, make it 33. Right. So if you wish to extend or change, modify the range specified by the name of the table ops data, now it will be modified from B3 to F33. Okay, B3 to F33. I'm going to click OK, right? So now that has got modified. Okay, see here now ops data, it is showing B3 to F33. Let us verify it from the sheet. Let me select the table first, Control A. Now you are not seeing any name over here because we have come up to 23. It has got extended, right? So let me just go on extending it. We had extended it up to 33, right? So I'm making it 33. Needs one more, yes. And now can you see this table range? We had changed it up to here. We had increased the range of the table and now it is reflecting ops data, right? So this way you can use a name manager effectively. And when you are working on number of formula in a sheet, and we do use not only on a sheet, in a workbook, in several sheets, we do use name manager, with which it is easier for us to recollect what names have been used for various ranges, tables, and so also cells. That's it for this video. And yes, if you find this useful, click the like. If you wish to catch several such videos, hit subscribe. For notifications, ring the bell and share this so that others too can watch. Bye.